Here's Pekovic. Can't hit. Good D by Lopez. Clark, their offense has been great here.
Yeah, I love the way they've looked. Really strong and together.
Yeah, and very aggressive, too. Keeping the defense off balance with their ball movement. I like the way they look.
On the wing, Johnson. Burks covering.
Had a pretty solid opening quarter, but struggling now to find his range.
Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, Kevin, Jared Solinger has developed some very thick skin during his time in the league. Solinger said, because I had Satch Solinger as a coach. So I learned early that it's not how loud he's saying it, it's what he's saying. I was blessed to have an angry coach. It's very hard to get into Jared's head, guys.
It is indeed. Thank you, Doris. Lopez sets a screen for Rose. High post Lopez. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Lopez has got 12.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They sure are. That's 3 straight buckets that have come off of assists.
Dang passes to Pekovic. Clock at 6. And Dang, here we go. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Well, Luol Deng was supposed to have a lot more help in Chicago as they got healthy, but injuries struck once again, and they were forced to ship Deng off to help in the next rebuilding project. It's the first time Deng has ever played in a different uniform.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. Derek Favors checked in for Nikola Pekovic, and it's Cantor in for Tobias Harris. And then for Boston, Zeller comes in for Brook Lopez. And Solinger subbed in for Smith.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They've got to get more intense.
And Luol Deng, Clark, one of only 5 Bulls in history to play in a 10th year with the team, the 4th leading scorer in their franchise's history.
And Kevin, Coach Thibodeau called him the glue of the team, the Velcro guy. But despite everything he's meant to the organization, his free agency weighed heavily. He refused a significant extension offer, so they felt they had to go in a different direction.
Here's Rose. Kicks it to Solinger. Granger for the 3. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
You know, in the NBA, you got to hustle on every single play, and they're not doing that right now.
No, you got that right. They're giving up second chance points left and right here.
Favors sets the pick for Dang. Cantor kicks to Burks. With the floater. And he gets the bucket. Burks has got 11. Clarky talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition of that.
Yeah, no doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, not even through the first half, and it's been one heck of a battle.
Well, these are the kinds of games you love. I mean, 2 good teams going head-to-head, an even matchup, and both sides very competitive on their toe.
And we're through 2 here in a good one. Jazz out in front, leading by a point. And we'll be back right after this. And we welcome you back to start the quarter. Players had a chance to get hydrated with Gatorade. And there's certain to be some great basketball ahead for us.
Excellent game we've seen from Derrick Rose. 15 points, and he's been a good on-the-ball defender, too. He's got a pair of steals.
Yeah, he's made some heads-up plays, Clark. He's done a really nice job defensively.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out away here in the 3rd. Fantastic game from Derrick Rose in this one.
Well, his ability to disrupt passes and get a hand on the ball, force a turnover, make a steal, it's been really impressive.
When he defends you, he basically forces you to play perfect. Any lapse of concentration, and he'll pick your pocket.
On the floor for Boston. Danny Granger out there with Smith. Then there's Johnson. Then it's Brook Lopez. And it's Rose in at the point guard. Green dishes to Favors. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Favors has got 7. And Clark and Steve, as we approach the fourth quarter, still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, exactly right, Kevin. I mean, these teams just simply keep trading baskets, and as a result, trading the lead.
Yeah, neither side really able to create much of a cushion at all. So which team can make a little run here? We'll see.
Incredible timing on the alley-oop.
He absolutely hammered it down.
And that's the play we're going to remember when this game is all said and done.
Rebound, Boston. Lopez has got 6 rebounds here tonight.
Well, the Utah Jazz enjoy what has long been considered one of the best home court advantages in the NBA here at Energy Solutions Arena. You combine the altitude with these rowdy fans, it's a tough place to get a road win.
Oh, and the jam by Granger. Jazz trail by 3. Payton kicks to Harris. And there's the feed to Green. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will retain possession.
Still Jazz ball.
And the Jazz making a change here. Lawson's checked in.
Coming on the floor for your Jazz. Ty Lawson.
Outside, Green. Green missing again.
And they've been off target now on 3 of the first 4 shots they've taken in this second half.
Johnson kicks to Rose. And out of bounds as the Jazz gain possession.
Now, a severe lack of awareness on his part. He had no idea he was near the out-of-bounds line.
Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
And it's Harris off the drive. Cantor kicks to Lawson. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Lawson's got 9.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on it.
Outside Rose. And again, Boston with the triple.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Lawson again. Rose. There's a good screen. It's blocked.
Boy, have they been hitting the glass hard or what? Kind of surprising it's such a tight game.
Yeah, you're right. Very rarely will you out-rebound an opponent like that and not have it pay off.
And here's Johnson outside. That's good.
Joe Johnson.
Now it's a 7-point Celtic lead.
Back-to-back threes for them. Defense is slacking off a little.
It does look like their energy is lacking at this point.
A shot by Lawson, wide open. And he hits the jump shot. Lawson's got 11.
Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game.
Rose kicks to Lopez. And Derek Favors picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Niko Pekovic is checked in for the Jazz. Nash is checked in for the Celtics. Shot clock at 6.
Well, tough season for Steve Nash last year. Injuries limiting him to only a few games, and now in his 40s, it's looking like this might be his last go-around.
For Steve Nash, the last couple seasons, issues with his hip, hamstring, fractured leg, and then nerve damage. It's been tough sledding.
Yeah, it really has been, and it's a product of a long Hall of Fame career, and the body inevitably starts to wear down. I mean, it's tough, but I understand his motivation to finish his career on his terms, especially after all the work he's put in to get him back on the court. But sometimes the storybook ending you desire just doesn't come to be.
Pekovic passes to Burks. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Really an extraordinary game for Burks. He has 11 points and a steal. He's passing the ball so well right now and is really focused at the charity stripe, too.
Yeah, his confidence is at an all-time high. You can see just how well he's playing, how much he believes in his game.
Nash kicks to Smith. Back to Nash. Johnson, a wide open look. There it is. It's Nash picking up the assist. Johnson's got the lead up to 7 now for Boston. On the wing, Dang. That 3 off the mark.
You know, they've built their lead here by doing all the little things well.
And one of those things has been rebounding, Clark, because they have really come out and taken control of the boards.
Nash outside. He lobs it up. And Smith with the stuff.
Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Yeah, this is threatening to get kind of ugly out here.
Dang dishes to Pekovic. Lopez with the steal. Nash outside. And there's the pass to Smith. Fades away. And another basket for Boston. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Celtics.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And they've really done a nice job on the glass, too. A lot of second chance points here tonight.
For Utah, they have been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12. The first one falls.
Nikola Pekovic.
Well, Nikola Pekovic, a battering ram style of play, but really soft hands for a big guy. I think that combination makes him one of the most effective inside scorers in the league.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Tyler Zeller's checked in for Lopez. Jared Sullinger comes in for Josh Smith. And it's Bogan's in for Danny Granger. And the basket by Johnson.
Really did a nice job recognizing the mismatch that he had and immediately cashing in with that mid-range jumper.
Lawson drives in to the left wing. Here's Harris. Good on the baseline jig. Harris has got 12. You know, Stephen, for Pekovic, he's not the NBA leader in points in the paint every season. He's not far off. A great post-up score. Something you see less and less of nowadays.
And even off the ball. A great offensive rebounder and finisher. He punishes you on the inside.
Johnson left side. He dishes it to Zeller. Second chance shot. Basket is good. The assist from Johnson. Johnson's got 4 assists in the game.
And what jumps out at you guys, the assist total. I mean, they have been dominant in that category. It's the ball movement, the player movement, a great rhythm to their offense.
Clearly seems to me a different mindset between these teams.
At the elbow, Zeller. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Zeller doing all sorts of things. He's got 8 points and also a block shot. You know, it wasn't something the Celtics looked forward to when they had to head out on the road last year, but they were a motivated group in part because so many of their players were playing for contracts next season.
Cantor checked in for Utah. Favors comes in for Harris. And a change for the Celtics. Turner's checked in. Playing for contracts, as you said, guys, with Boston can be a big motivation, but Steve, they just couldn't get it done on the road.
Yeah, just 9 wins as the road team. And, you know, when you're a young club like they are, trying to get wins on the road is so difficult. And that's what Brad Stevens and his club had to deal with last year.
Shot is blocked. Now, here's Burks.